My goal is to live pain-free to 110.
Sandra, how did you find carnivore?
How did I find carnivore? I never heard of the word carnivore. Um, I got a phone call from a man from Australia, and his name is Robin Timso, and he's an acupuncturist. And about 30 years ago, he did acupuncture on me. And I haven't heard from him for about 30 years. And I got this phone call and I was so surprised. I thought, well, maybe he's calling to find out um, one of my spiritual services that I provide. But no, he said he was calling to tell me that he had cancer. I said, oh, no, I'm so sorry to hear that. And he said, but it's gone. I said, oh my God, how fantastic. Tell me all about it. So he said, well, he said, I started a 21-day water fast. I started drinking my own urine. And then I went on a carnivore diet. And I'm on the 10th month of my carnivore diet. And I said, what's a carnivore diet? And he said, well, you just eat meat. No vegetables, no fruits, no grains, just meat. And I said, and as he's talking to me, I'm getting goosebumps. And for me, goosebumps is like my angels are touching me and they're telling me, pay attention, this is important. So I realized he was calling to help me, not to get help for himself from me. So I stopped for a minute and I said to my angels privately in my head, um, at the rate I'm going now, how long am I going to live? And they said, 93. And I said, oh, that's not enough time because I've got 12 books I've written. I've got one just got published. It's an Amazon bestseller. I have got 11 more to go. I need more time. I said, if I do what Robin is saying, do a 21-day water fast, drink my own urine, and go on a carnivore diet, how long will I live? And they said 110. Well, right then, as he's talking to me, I was motivated. I said, tell me all about it. I said, I've never been on a fast. I it's just, and drinking my urine sounds gross. And eating just meat. Won't I die? Well, he said, yeah, we're all going to die eventually. You won't die quite so soon. So I thanked him and he sent me your video, um, your interview with him. He sent me a video with somebody talking about a soup, a fasting soup recipe. He sent me, oh, I don't know, hours and hours of videos about the carnivore diet. So I had to wrap my mind around this because I'm not a faster or a meat eater. I mean, it just was all brand new. But when my angel's at 110, I have an aunt, my dad's oldest sister, who lived to 113. She was the second oldest person in Minnesota in the United States when she passed on. And I said, well, gee, maybe I have some of those genes. And if I do, maybe I can live till 110. So I am so motivated. I am so excited. So it took me a long time, weeks, to empty out my refrigerator empty out my cupboards because I had to prepare myself to have nothing, nothing to tempt me. Because if I'm going on a water fast, I don't want to be thinking I can sneak something or do something. I want to really be sincere. So I gave food away to the neighbors and to the homeless shelters. And I ate up the day before I went on the water fast. I ate a whole pizza and a whole cheesecake. I pigged out. And I'm telling you, I was so sick. And then I said, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now. I've done my last thing. I don't know if people want to hear all this or not, but maybe they do. Maybe this is what other people might be going through. Um, so I did it. And starting a water fast was not bad. I had prepared ahead with that fasting soup, which is you just cook up vegetables and then you blend them up to mush and then you put them through a strainer. So there's only broth. It's like vegetable flavored broth. There's nothing to chew or anything like that. It's just like drinking flavored water. So I made, broccoli soup and leek soup and cauliflower soup and sweet potato soup. And I made every vegetable I could think of. And so I knew I had that. And I can have 1 cup twice a day, is what the video said. And then drink water. And I got those electrolytes that you mix into water. And of course, I had urine. And that was the worst, gross thing I've ever done. Have you ever done that? You haven't done that? Oh my God. Well, anyway, but what I found out was I could put a tablespoon of vinegar in it and I could dilute it with water and I could brew up some nice strong tea, especially if it's some mint flavored tea, and pour that in it. And it was just delicious. So I save my urine all night while I get up to go to the bathroom, and then I drink it all day. And so I did the 21 days and I lost a lot of weight. I cleaned out my body with all the toxins and inflammation and whatever I had in there. And the biggest thing that happened is that I lost all my cravings. I was a sugar addict. I ate sometimes a whole box of chocolates in one day. I mean, I was in bad shape with the sugar. But after I cleansed my body with water for 21 days, I lost all my cravings. I don't have a craving for anything, which is exciting. I mean, I do think about my steak every day now that I'm on the carnivore diet, but I'm not craving it. I don't have cravings. And that to me is the biggest blessing because I craved popcorn, I craved caramel, I craved chocolate, I craved ice cream, Danish pastries, all that stuff, cakes and cookies and everything. And I've saved a lot of money because I'm not buying all that crap. And my body is getting healed. So I've been on the carnivore diet now for, I'm going to say, less than a month. It hasn't been very long. I'm new to it. I'm just a 1-monther, but I've noticed a lot of changes in my body, and I had terrible itching everywhere, my legs, my arms, my back, and my face. And the itching has gone away. So whatever the water fast plus the urine, I keep saying that. I know it's grossing everybody out, but you can flavor it up. Um, and eating meat, bacon and eggs, steaks, and when I check with my angels what I can eat and what I can't eat. And I can't eat cheese. They said yes for cheese. So I'm eating cheese and bacon and eggs and all kinds of meats. And um, I made a thing called liver pate, which is you cook up the liver and then you mash up a bunch of hard boiled eggs and chicken fat, and you mash it all together and with those seasonings. And then I use those thing called pork rinds. I don't know if you know what they are, but fried pork rinds. It's sort of like a potato chip, but it's not. It's all fat. It's all pork fat, pork skin. And so I use that on the base, and I put the pate on that. I on that I put smoked oysters. I put oh all kinds of things. I use that instead of bread and crackers. So I should probably write a book with all the recipes that I have created on the carnivore diet. Because another thing is that you can eat fat. So fat and protein, it's all fat and protein. So whipped cream is fat. It's thick cream. So you put it in, you whip it up till it's real stiff, and then you can mix things in it. So I take gelatin, unflavored gelatin, which is protein, and some flavorings like almond and vanilla, maple, different flavorings you can buy in the store, and put that in the jello, the unflavored gelatin, and mix it up with the beaters with the whipped cream. So it's whipped gelatin, and that it has a little flavor like the one I have now. I'm eating has lemon extract in it, so it tastes like a little lemon dessert. No sugar. No sugar. I am sugar free. I mean, anybody that's listening to this who eats sugar, and you can't not eat sugar. If you eat ketchup, you're eating sugar. I mean, sugar's in everything. And I looked through all the labels of everything, and there wasn't anything that didn't have sugar in it. A few things didn't. But if you want to get rid of the sugar, if sugar is killing you, which is killing most of us, do the water fast and then go on a carnivore diet, and you're sugar free. So here I am, 83, feel like a teenager. Last Thursday, my book became an Amazon bestseller. Me and My Universe, a spiritual encyclopedia for children. Volume 1, My Body. And it's in Dr. Seuss rhyming style, like for kids. Kids love it. Adults love it too. And I'll just tell you a couple lines. It starts off with, my body is mine. It belongs to no other, not my mother, father, sister, or brother. I picked my mom and I picked my dad to give me the best body I ever had. It goes on with that rhyming style for the whole book. And the editor and formatter is now working on volume 2, which is called The Real Me. That's the person who lives inside the body. I look in the mirror, and what do I see? I see my body, but it's not the real me. So that's the second volume that'll be coming out this year. And I don't feel like I'm 83. I feel like I'm just starting my life. I'm telling everybody that life begins at 80. Because at 80, I got my first book published. At 80, I'm acting in a local theater group in a play that'll be out. We're going to be performing in September and October this year. Um, and I had another book in December of last year that came out, and it was an Amazon bestseller. It's called Saturdays at Kieran's, Meeting the Edifiers. And that's another series. That's a series for older children. I'm a retired school teacher, retired school counselor, and I've been a spiritual consultant for 48 years. So I took all the kid stuff and all the spiritual stuff and put it all together for kids so that when they grow up and be our leaders of tomorrow, that they will be unifiers and heal all the division we have in our world today. So that's what's in the books. And so I have two series going on. I have that Encyclopedia for Children in Poetry, and then I have the Kieran's books, where the kids get together at Kieran's house and learn spiritual things and learn how to solve problems, how to solve all the problems that they're going through, the bullying and the drugs and the gangs and the inequalities and racial and cultural stuff and low self-esteem, all the troubles that kids are having today. Thinking of suicide is a big one. So in the book are all the solutions, because parents are doing the very best they know how. Teachers are doing the very best they know how. We're all doing the best we know how. Everybody is, believe it or not. But we are, because when we know better, we do better. That's why I'm talking about carnivore, because if people could know that they've been lied to all these years by doctors, professionals, teachers, parents, because they learned all the same lies. And probably all came from the food industry somewhere where they want to sell carbs. Yeah. So anyway,
So just on the carnivore, you said the itchiness is all gone. What other changes have you noticed in the 30 days you've been doing it?
losing weight, which is a blessing for anybody. I mean, I haven't been under 200 pounds in 30, 40 years. And I am now. I'm on my way down. And I noticed that I don't have as many bowel movements as I used to have. I used to have a bowel movement after each meal, 3 times a day. And now every 2 or 3 days I have one. And so I guess the food that I'm eating is being used to build my muscles. And so it's not a waste product. So I noticed that. I'm walking better, sleeping less. My I'm always positive, always looking for solutions, always my attitude is upbeat. I am more loving, caring, sharing, understanding, one with all things, non-judgmental. encouraging people to do whatever will help them, not forcing anybody to do anything, sharing and releasing it, not making them do anything. um, I'm just living a life of inner peace. And I'm also a spiritual consultant, so I do help people with their spiritual life. And I do teach people how to communicate with their spiritual helpers, or their angels, or messengers of God, or spiritual guides, or whatever they call them. Everybody's got spiritual help. And if you know how to ask questions, you can get answers. And if you don't want to know the answer, you don't ask the question. If you don't want to know when you're going to pass on, you don't ask that question. But if you want to know, you can add, they'll tell you anything about yourself, past, present, or future. So there's nothing you cannot know. When I learned to talk to my angels, I spent about 8 hours that day asking every question I'd ever wanted to know, like, have I ever lived in a physical body before? Because I remember things. And so they told me I had, and then I asked them, have I ever been this? Have I ever been that? And how many lifetimes? And anyway, you can know everything if you. And a lot of people are listening to their angels without learning the techniques that I show. If you just follow your gut feelings, you're listening to your angels because they work through gut feelings. And, Robin Timso, who got me involved in all of this stuff, he's a great person for that. He works with his feelings. He helps people with that. He helps them, does acupuncture. He's still doing acupuncture in Gold Coast, Australia. If anybody wants acupuncture in Australia, he's in the Gold Coast. And or you can fly over to Australia and have good acupuncture. and he's a cancer survivor on the carnivore diet. So he can't promote that carnivore saved him from cancer because the medical profession is too strong. And but he can suggest it. He didn't even suggest it to me. He just told me that he was on the carnivore diet and he eats bacon and eggs and a hamburger or hamburger patty every day, every morning. I tried that. Bacon and eggs and a hamburger patty. That's way too much food for one meal for me. But when I said that I'd lost all my cravings on this carnivore diet, when I decided to finally go carnivore, because I did a transition between water fast and the carnivore. I didn't go straight to meat after not eating for 21 days. I continued eating the vegetable soup or broth and slowly ended any fruits and vegetables. I had a feeling to get blueberries one day, so I went and bought blueberries and ate blueberries, and then I was done with blueberries. But then when I finally went carnivore, I said, okay, it's bacon time. And so, and so I made a whole thing of bacon, and I ate a few slices of it, and then I was done. So is that all there is? Because something happened to me that I lost all my cravings. So another thing, when I asked my angels, they said, yes, you can eat cheese when you're on this carnivore diet, because some people will know that they can eat cheese because their bodies won't accept that. Each body is individual. There are no two bodies alike, so no two people can do exactly the same thing. But lucky I can check it out with a higher source. And they said, yes, you can eat cheese. So I went and I bought every flavor of cheese that was available. And so I brought this whole big bunch of cheese home. And I love the Havarti. I never had that before. That was delicious. And so I tasted all these different cheeses. They were all different, all delicious. And then I didn't have a feeling for cheese anymore because the cravings are gone. It's a funny thing. Carnivore, I can eat meat, I can eat a big steak, and I'm not hungry. I mean, for the rest of the day. I had a steak before we started talking, and I'm not going to eat any more today.
Does that mean you're eating once a day, twice a day?
Oh no, I'm not eating once a day. I'm eating probably 3 times a day. Or, yeah, I'm going to say 2 or 3 times a day. Because one of the things I'm still working on is portion control. I know that when I was on the water fast, my stomach shrunk a little because I wasn't eating anything. But I have a bad habit of eating too much. And Robin said, when you're on a carnivore diet, you just eat as much meat as you can until you're full and then you don't want to eat anymore. I have the full switch is not working in my body. I shouldn't say it's not working because I am full right now. So, I mean, it is working. But how much steak I had to eat to be full? So a big steak. And, but I lost 2 pounds yesterday and I ate a steak. I ate fried eggs and something else. I ate 3 meals yesterday and lost 2 pounds. So it's a free diet program. You save tons of money because even though meat is expensive, I don't know. I'm just not buying all the cookies and chips and junk. And I'm really, I guess, not eating that as much as I did. I don't know why, but I'm just not spending any money on food except for meat. And I'm getting good meat too. Grass-fed beef, prime beef, because I can. Because I'm not buying vegetables and fruits and grains and all the other stuff and the junk. And I'm still drinking water. Water. I drink tons of water. I drink it. The electrolytes are something that the body needs when you're on carnivore. I saw that in one of the videos, and so I ordered that. So I drink that, and my urine, and I mean, I'm drinking, and peeing, and then drinking it.
So what do your friends think about all this?
Well, I have to be careful who I tell because everybody thinks I'm crazy. So I only tell those people who are more open-minded and positive. But I don't tell anybody I'm drinking my urine because I think I told somebody once and they just threw up. So, um, and in the United States, I just heard that the Federal Drug Administration has just okayed cow urine as a medicine. and I can't remember what it was for, but people are going to be paying thousands of dollars for cow urine, and the cow urine doesn't have stem cells, people's stem cells in it. It has cow stem cells. So when I'm drinking my urine, I'm drinking stem cells. And the thing about, looking on the internet for all the stuff about urine, um, it talks about babies are floating around in the amniotic fluid for 9 months inside the mother in urine. And they come out and their skin is soft and smooth, baby soft. And so I'm getting soft and smooth baby skin because I'm putting in stem cells, my stem cells, into my body. So all the stuff that's been sloughed out, all the disease, the toxins, inflammation, all of that stuff that got washed out with the water fast is now being rebuilt. Those cells are being rebuilt with my stem cells. So instead of growing older, I am growing younger. So there really is no downside to this. And when I was talking to my angels, they said to do the carnivore for June, July, August, and August. And then September 1st, start another 21-day water fast. Because there's still some residual. I mean, being 80 years old, eating tons of candy every day, my body still has stuff that needs to be fleshed out. So I'm going to do another water fast in September. Then I'm going to go back on the carnivore again for life until my body tells me to do something else. But my body's happy now. And there's so many things that you can do with different meats. When I cooked up that liver, I went and bought myself a meat grinder. So you can put meat in the grinder and grind up meat, and you can grind up steak and make your own hamburgers from steak. So I'm having a lot of fun with it.
So, not having the cravings now and just eating, satiating meals every day, what has that done for your productivity or your ability to just do more things?
It's done a lot. Um, I've been noticing that I'm way more organized now. And I take time. When I do something, I take time to do it right. And I'm not rushing. And I'm taking time for this and then time for that. And I'm getting more done in less time. And I don't have to redo anything because I'm not rushing. And I've already got the books written. So, but I'm painting. I don't know if you can see behind me the paintings on the walls. I'm also painting, and I'm busier now than I was when I was teaching school. Now I'm painting and writing books and acting in plays and sewing and gardening. I mean, I'm having so much fun. Oh, I mean, I'm doing more and having more fun. And the thing about being on carnivore is I'm not in the kitchen cooking all the time. Because you stick a steak on the frying pan in a couple of minutes and you turn it over and you're done cooking. And so all the time that I used to spend, because I love to cook, but the time I used to spend cooking, I'm doing other things. I'm taking care of my body. I'm exercising because another thing that happened with the water fast was my skin got flabby. 21 days without protein, everything is flabby. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there. Um, that's my triceps. So it was my triceps. So all my body is like that. It's the skin is hanging. And so I'm exercising. And now that I'm eating meat, I'm building up my muscles again. It's only been a month, so I can't really say I'm muscular yet, but I can see changes happening in my body. And I'm becoming more muscular, and it's easier to exercise. It's easier to exercise because I have so much less weight to move around.
What are your goals with your weight and with building muscle?
Well, my goal has been 180 for many years. I'm nearly there. So um, I'm going to change my goal, and I'm going to do 160. And then when I get there, I'm going to be changing my goal again. I'm going to go 140. And I'm taking it a day at a time. And it's easier when my goals are, um, because I think I needed to lose about 80 pounds, and I'm nearly down already, close to my 180. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep on making new goals, not make a big giant goal and put pressure on myself. And my goal is to live pain free to 110, because that's what my angel said is possible if I do what I'm doing right now.
So
Um,
that's actually prompts a question. So you currently don't have any joint pain?
I do not have any joint pain. I do have um, two knee replacements. They're old. Um, I've had them for a long time, but I don't have any joint pain. And I
No.
had spinal stenosis, and I was in the hospital with that 2020. And then again, a year ago, August, I was in bed for a month. I couldn't move with my spinal stenosis, and I don't have any back pain. I just got diagnosed not too long ago that I had arthritis in my hip, but that doesn't hurt anymore. So my hip doesn't hurt, my back doesn't hurt, my knees don't hurt. Um, I'm in physical therapy to help my shoulders. I got round shoulders, and I'm supposed to be sitting up like this. And they're helping me strengthen my back muscles. So I'm in physical therapy, and after my workout, yeah, my body hurts a little bit because it hasn't used those muscles. But then I go back the next time, and it doesn't hurt anyway. Um, but no, I'm pain free, and every time I go to the doctor, they say you can take Tylenol, you can take this, you can take. I said I'm not taking any poison like that into my body. I don't even have aspirin. I am not taking any poisons. Um, Big pharma can tell me I need all that stuff, and they can go shove it.
So um you know you don't present as the typical 83-year-old. So
You, you.
you so assuming someone came to you and said, "Look, you're doing so well at age 83. I want to know how to start this carnivore thing and have good results like you." What would you recommend to them?
Well, I would recommend that they cleanse their body on the inside first, get rid of all those toxins and cravings and the sugar addiction, all the addictions, and do a water fast. And then I would say, and then you transition from drinking just liquids to, maybe some vegetables and fruits and lots of protein until you feel ready to quit all that. You just follow your body will tell you, and you just go full blown carnivore. And it just makes me think. I know I've got this two children series going, but I'm thinking I've got to write a series of books on carnivore because just like what you said, how to start a carnivore diet, what to do, and then a recipe book of carnivore recipes. Um, anyway, I'm going to live to 110 now, so I can have this series, that series, and I can do a carnivore series. Um, so I'm strongly thinking about that because are there books out there? I'm sure there are, right? Carnivore books.
I think there are some, but maybe not with the same kind of style that you would write it in.
Exactly. Mine would be very simple, childlike.
On that point, Sandra, how can people get in touch with you or have find your books online?
Well, one thing they can do is go to Amazon.com and they can search for my name, Sandra, Sandra Adler, Sandra Adler, or they can search for Saturdays at Kieran's and my name will come up. Or the latest bookseller, bestseller, me and my universe. It's for children and adults. Um, a spiritual encyclopedia for children. So that's on Amazon, or they can go to my website. I have a website. It's called sandraadler.com. SANDRAADLER.com. And on the website, they can order the books. They can see all my paintings. They're all for sale. They can see all the spiritual things that I do. And they can put their email address in. There's a place to do that so that I will contact them when the next book is coming out on Amazon. And if there's any other exciting news, if they're on Facebook, they can go to Sandra Adler and message me on Facebook, and I will contact them and help them spiritually, or I'll help them carnivorally, or um, or just how to have a life of inner peace, or how to get a book published, or how to live all their dreams. Because back in 1960, now it's really a long time ago, I was a student at the University of Minnesota, and I was a theater arts major, speech and theater arts. And all I wanted to do was go to Hollywood and become an actress. That was my dream. So one of the girls in our class was the one who got all the major roles in all the plays, and she was the best actress. And so she went to New York City. She was going to go on Broadway. And she ended up committing suicide in New York. And that news knocked us all for a loop. And I said to myself, if she can't make it in New York, because she was really good, I'll never make it. So I took all the education courses and became a school teacher. So I stood up in front of the kids and I was acting and teaching and being silly and whatever else, being an expressive school teacher, trying to do my acting when I was teaching. And so that was 1964 is when I graduated. 60 years ago. 60 years ago. And now, just this last month, I got a part in a play right here in the Tampa Bay area in Florida, USA, and I'm going to be performing. So, what I can say to people if they contact me, don't ever give up. If you've got a dream, even if it takes 60 years, timing is everything. And everybody has spiritual helpers, and they're working on the other side. You tell them what you want, and then you release it, let it go. And they work with the energy and make it happen for you in the right timing. I wrote these books, 12 of them, 12 volumes of this encyclopedia for children, in 2001. 23 years ago, I wrote them. And finally got it published. So not only do you have to tell your angels what you want, you have to be patient. You have to be utterly patient, because eventually you get everything you want. And there is nothing on planet Earth that you can't have. Nothing. As long as you understand that you can't take it with you. You're going to leave it here when you go. Not only are you going to leave all your things here, you're going to leave your body here. And you're going to leave that beautiful carnivore old body. You're going to leave it here and move on to the next opportunity. So, but you can have everything you want. So don't ever deny yourself anything. But don't push the energy. Don't push it. Just let spirit do it in the right timing for you. And everybody can have everything they want. I'm also a life coach, spiritual coach. I do all kinds of things. All I want to do is help people be the best person that they can be. Give them the techniques, the tools to use so they can do everything for themselves. And with the carnivore, it's something new for me. It's just a month out of my 83 years. But as the time goes on, if you want to check in with me a year from now or something and have me give you all the changes that have happened, I'll know more. But I'm just kind of brand new at it now. But I love it. And I'm feeling young, enthusiastic, and I feel like my life is just beginning. I feel like I've been reborn. And as long as the body feels good, all the creativity is there. But if I feel achy or sick or whatever, I don't have any energy to do all the things that I love to do. So I want to have a pain-free, healthy, vibrant body. And and I believe the carnivore is the answer. So far, so good. And I have to thank you and your great interview you had with Robin Timso, and Robin Timso for all the inspiration that he's given me. And he's over there in Australia waiting to help people. He can help people spiritually and physically. He does it both. Yeah, so he's a great person to get in touch with.
Well, Sandra, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. I really appreciate your time.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure meeting you.